thank you for coming once again. How I've said in the description, from today onwards I'm gonna change from semi-English, semi-Romanian to just English. And it was a recommendation from a very good friend of mine. On top of that, I wish you happy Easter to all my Catholic friends. And we're gonna continue with the second part of Basic CSS, and we're gonna see where we're gonna arrive. I wish you all the best, and I hope we're gonna learn something together today and onwards. Okay, so we're at the attribute selectors to style elements. So we've learned last time that the ID, it's with the hashtag, with the pound symbol, and the class with the dot symbol. So you have been adding ID or class attributes to elements that you wish to specifically style. These are known as ID and class selectors. There are other CSS selectors you can use to select custom groups of elements. Let's bring our cat photo app again to practice using CSS selectors. For this challenge, you'll use the attribute equal value attribute selector to style the checkboxes. And as an example, this is the code. So type radio margin. So using the type attribute selector, try to give the checkboxes in the cat photo app a top margin of 10 pixels and a bottom margin of 15. So how we've learned last time is gonna be like, let's say here it's gonna be top, right, bottom, left. So it's like this: top, right, bottom, and left. You see, it's gonna be like this. So let's gonna see where we're gonna add it. I'm gonna put it here, last one. So it's gonna be type check boxes. Okay, and we're gonna put a margin, yeah. Margin with 10 pixels, 0 pixels, 15, and 0 pixels. Let's see. Okay, so in attribute type selector, where we have the checkboxes. Okay, checkbox. Yeah, now it's perfect. My bad. So understand the absolute versus relative units. In the past several challenges all set the element's margin or padding with pixels. Pixels are a type of length units. Okay, and CSS has a number of different length unit options that you can use. The main types of length units are absolute and relative. So absolute units tie to the physical units of length, inches, millimeters, and the relative types are EM or REM. For example, EM is based on the size of an element's font. If you use it to set the font size property itself, it's relative to the parent's font size. Note that there are several relative unit options that are tied to the size of the viewport. They are covered in the responsive web design principles section. So add the padding property to the element with the class red box and set it 1.5 red box. Okay. How's been your day up until now? For me, nothing much. I was playing a little bit with my daughter. And 9. Okay. 1. Yeah, so it's changing. I was playing a little bit with my daughter and nothing much. Didn't cook today. We ate what it was yesterday also. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. I'm gonna have the vaccine, the Pfizer one. Sorry about that. Okay, so style the HTML body element. Every HTML page has a body element. We can prove that the body element exists here by giving background color of black. We can do this by adding the following to our style. So we're not gonna write, we're gonna use the classical copy and paste and next. After that, my friend. So now that we've proven that every HTML page has a body element and that its body element can also be styled with CSS. Remember, you can style your body element just like any other HTML element, and all your other elements will inherit your body element style. So we're gonna create an h1 element with the text hello world. Then let's give an element color green by adding color green to your body, and finally give your body elements the font family. Okay, so style. Let's create now the h1 hello world. So we're gonna close it, and now we're gonna add this. So we're gonna change it to green. Okay, so font family, monospace. All good, not good. So let's give an element on your page. Your body element should have a color property of green. So we made it green. Okay. So leave it black. Black then. And it was the writing should be green. Okay, let's see. Perfect. I'm a little bit tired. Without doing anything, you get tired. Yeah, so it was raining today, and it's still raining here in Bucharest. And my mouse just broke a couple of minutes earlier. RIP. So prioritize one style over another. Sometimes your HTML elements will receive multiple styles that conflict with one another. For example, your h1 element can be both green and pink at the same time. Let's see what happens when you create a class that makes text pink. Then apply it to an element. Will our class override the body's element? Color green, the CSS property. Create a CSS class called pink text. Okay, let's see. So pink text, color pink. This class pink text. Let's see. Yeah, that's the good one. I like it when it's gonna start perfectly and it's gonna work perfectly also. So override styles in subsequent CSS. So our pink text class override our bodies. We just proved that our classes will override the body. So the next logical question, what can we do to override our pink text class? Create an additional CSS class called blue text. Okay. So blue text. And we're gonna give it only the color blue. And nothing else. Okay. It's annoying a little bit. Also, I'm not used yet with the keyboard only for writing and everything. Man, I was also learning a little bit of command terminal in my spare time for Linux, because we're gonna use, after we finish the responsive web design, we're gonna go on the Odin project. We're gonna do Odin project, and there it's mandatory to do it in Ubuntu or Mac, but I don't have a Mac. But either way, they're both Unix based. So if you're gonna learn the Linux terminal, you're gonna know also the Mac terminal. Okay. So 1 minute, please. Okay, sorry about that. My daughter just called me. It's a little bit difficult with children. That's why I moved it at it's 8:30 p.m. now in Romania, and I thought that it's gonna be a little bit quieter for me, because with children it's difficult at 2:30 p.m. because they're quite excited. Yeah, so we're now okay. So override classes declaration by styling ID attributes. So give your h1 element the ID attribute orange text. So you're gonna put it here directly. Let's see, ID orange text, and we're gonna create an ID in styling also. Orange text with the color of brown for sure. With color orange here. Color orange. Yeah. So leave the bricks to create a CSS. Here's an example. So I knew something about brown. Okay. Overwrite class declarations with inline styles. So we print that ID declarations overwrite class declaration regardless of where they are declared in your style element CSS. Use an inline style to try to make our h1 element white. So we're gonna put it in the front. Yeah, if you're hearing the ambulance, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna make it which color? White. Okay. Yeah. I'm living currently close to a couple of hospitals, and the ambulances and the police are up and down every 5 minutes. But you're getting used to it. Override all other styles by using important. I don't remember this important. Yay! We just proved that inline styles will override all the CSS declarations in your style element. Okay. So when you absolutely need to be sure that an element has specific CSS, you can use exclamation important. Let's go all the way back to our pink text to remember that our pink text class. Okay. Let's add the keyword. So we're gonna add it here. Yeah, so I was trying to learn a little bit of command terminal in Linux with the shortcuts and everything. It's appealing. I can tell you that it's appealing and it's quite powerful. I don't know the command, the terminal for Windows. I don't know it so well. I know only in the PowerShell, but that was also in the terminal, the disk one, where you can format and repartition the disks. That's the only thing that I knew and I remember. But how I've told you, it's been already, I think, 9 years since I don't have a PC. Everything was done that I did was on the phone and on a tablet. RIP my tablet also. And almost RIP my phone because it's already 5 years old. Use hex codes for specific colors. Yeah, so hex codes are hexadecimal code. So 16 numbers, A, B, C, D, F. So 0 to F can represent, okay. In CSS we can use 6 hexadecimal digits to represent colors, 2 each for the red, green and blue components. For example, all 0 is black and the lowest possible. Yeah, here it's a site from Wikipedia, if I remember. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, so you can see it also. It's a nice page. The only thing that I remember from here, it's If you want to draw attention, use black and orange. That's the only thing. Yeah, so here let's do a copy paste, and that's all. Yeah, and how I've told you, I was doing a little bit of terminal in Linux, manage the directory files, how to sort, pardon me, and some other stuff also. What else I was doing? I've set up the GitHub. I set it up for the Odin project. In the meantime, also, I needed to finish the SSH to copy and paste it in the terminal, and now I'm gonna stick to learning all this web design. So to review, to each okay. For example, orange is pure red mixed with some green and no blue. Pure red, it's FF, okay. A500. So replace them. Let's see, what is Dutch blue? Dodger blue. Okay. Green. Orange. First time that I was doing this, I was always googling the hex codes, and when I saw that you can actually use, there are a couple of sites and that give you, and even in Google it gives you pretty straightforward. So many people feel overwhelmed. Yeah, you can shorten it. So cyan, it's full blue and full green. Where is cyan? Here. Okay. And as a question, why did you guys would start coding, especially full stack, or even only HTML or only JavaScript? I would like to do full stack with HTML, with CSS and JavaScript and also Ruby. It would be nice, Ruby also. And the main reason, I would like to change my profession, and it's been on my mind since a long time ago. Another way you can represent colors in CSS is by using RGB values. Okay. And they go to 255. Yeah, there are 256 total, and they go up to 255. Okay. Here it's more like copy and paste, nothing much. So we're gonna replace the blue . And it's been on my mind to change the profession. First of all, it's stable. It's really stable and you can find work anytime actually. Also it's really well paid. It's, at least here in Romania, it's really well paid. Oh yeah, the penguin, I was playing a lot with this stuff here. I didn't understood them, but I was playing with them. For example, the right cheek. Wait, I'm gonna put it at 0 or 9. Yeah, make it symmetrical. Okay, so let's see what they're answering. Use CSS variables to change several elements at once. CSS variables are a powerful way to change many CSS style properties at once by changing only one value. Follow the instructions below to see how changing just 3 values can change the styling of any elements. In the penguin class, change the black value to gray, the gray value to white, and the yellow value to orange. Where is the penguin class? Okay, so black to gray, gray to white, and yellow to orange. Yeah, and how I've told you, it's pretty well paid here. Not CEO of I don't know which startup or which company, but a good living. You can have a really good living. So to create CSS variables, you just need to give it a name with 2 hyphens in front of it to assign it a value like this. Penguin skin. In the penguin class, but where is it written penguin skin? Is it written anywhere? No, it's not written, at least as far as I can see. Let's see. Penguin skin. Gray. Okay. So after you create your variable, you can assign its values to other CSS properties by referencing the name you gave it. So background variable penguin skin. Okay, so it's like a reminder, something like that. This will change the background of whatever element you are targeting to gray, because that is the value of the penguin skin. And note that styles will not be applied unless the variables names are an exact match. So apply the penguin skin variable to the background property of the penguin top, bottom, right hand and left hand. So I don't want to write the as much. Okay, so they give us the easy way. They're helping us. Yeah, and on top of being well paid, you can work really from wherever you want. Now at my current job, yeah, I'm working from home, but I'm working not on a laptop. First of all, I'm working on a workstation with 2 monitors. I've asked a couple of times for a laptop, but they don't have them. No worries, in the future when they're gonna have it. And it's a really good company where I'm working, but with like programming, you can really go and work from wherever you want. You need to be connected like on a full gigabyte speed internet. You can do a hotspot on your phone and get the job done. And I can tell you that the internet in Romania it's quite good, quite good. Even 4G, it's working really good. So attach a fallback value to a CSS variable. When using your variable as a CSS property value, you can attach a fallback value that your browser will revert to it if the given variable is invalid. So this will set the background to black if the variable wasn't set. So it's gonna be useful to debugging. Let's see, it looks like there is a problem to the values applied to top and bottom. Rather than fix the typo, add the fallback value of black to background property of the top and bottom classes. So we're gonna add black and black. But where is the okay, so it's not penguin, it's penguin. You see? Penguin. That's good. So when working with CSS, you will likely run into browser compatibility. This means there's a fallback. It's easy to provide another more widely. Okay, that way another browser. While another browser will just interpret whatever declaration comes later in the cascade. This I don't know how long it's gonna be available or valid actually, because give me one second. Because stuff like Internet Explorer are already expired and they don't use it anymore. So it looks like a variable is being used to set the background color of that red box class. Let's improve our browser compatibility by adding another background declaration right before the existing declaration. Set its value to red. Okay. Red. Your data red should include a fallback with the background set right before. So Oh, so I will need to add another background declaration, I presume. I'm gonna background. Right. So I'm gonna use 2 times background. Okay. Yeah, so the Internet Explorer will not be used anymore. And also, I don't know if you remember, it was Netscape before. The king is dead, long live the king. It was a really good browser. I remember it is the 90s, 2000s. I was a small champ. So when you create a variable, it is available for you to use inside the selector in which you create it. It is also available in any of that selector's descendants. So column root is a pseudo class selector that matches the root element of document, usually the HTML element. By creating your variables in column root, they will be available globally and can be accessed from any other selector in the style sheet. Define a variable named penguin belly in the root selector and give its value pink. Let's see, penguin belly pink. Okay, so when you create your variable in root, they will set the value of that variable for the whole page. You can then overwrite these variables by setting them again within a specific element. Change the value of penguin to white. So I'm gonna do it as a variable, penguin belly white. Okay, so I can use the same variable 2 times. Oh, how much I was playing with this also. I remember it. Yeah, so I did this in, let's say, January, if I remember correctly. Doesn't seem such a long time ago, but it's quite a long time ago. And I don't really remember a lot of stuff anymore, because if you're not doing it every day or every 2 days, you can lose track of it, especially if you have children and the job and everything. It's gonna go somewhere in the back of your mind. So use a media query to change a variable. CSS variables can simplify the ways you use media queries. For instance, when your screen is smaller or larger than your media query breakpoint, you can change the value of a variable and it will apply its style wherever it is used, not whenever. So in the root selector of the media query, change it to penguin size is redefined and give it a value of 200 pixels. Also redefine penguin skin and give it a value of black. So let's do it here. pixels. Pixels and penguin skin black. I don't know if it's the good one, but what really changed? Nah, I cannot see it because remove actually. I'm not able to see it. What change? That one was zoom. Oh, hooray! So we finished actually the basic CSS. We arrived at the applied visual design. Let's see how long we're at it already. Oh, so it's already 41 minutes. Gosh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do only one as a teaser, and the rest I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna promise when I'm gonna to schedule the video for tomorrow, because I have told you tomorrow I'm gonna have the vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel after that. Hopefully I'm gonna feel really good, because after the vaccine I will need to start the work also, and I would like to take a walk with my daughter in the rain, go somewhere in the park to play a little bit, because currently with the quarantine, Saturday and Sunday, everything it's on a semi-lockdown. Yeah, so let's see. The applied visual design. Create the visual balance using the text align property. This section of the curriculum focuses on the applied visual design. The first group of challenges build on the given card layout to show a number of core principles. Text is often a large part of web content. CSS has several options for how to align it with the text align property. So text align justify, text align center, right and left. The same as in the Microsoft Word or in LibreOffice or Google Docs. Let's say Google Docs because it's about Larry Page and Sergey Brin. So align the H4 tag text, which is Google to the center, then justify the paragraph text which contains information about how Google was founded. So we're gonna put it in center. Let's do a copy paste. Last copy paste for today. Your code should use the text align property of the p tag. The text align, and what is the p tag? Oh, then justify. Okay, I missed that one also. So I presume this is gonna be the last copy and paste. Yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna leave you here. It was a pleasure today, really it was a pleasure, and hopefully you like the series. I'm gonna be at it. I'm gonna do even the projects. When we're gonna reach the projects, we're gonna do it together, and I hope you're gonna like it. I wish you a really wonderful happy Easter, and a wonderful day, and all the best to you guys, and take care. Bye bye.